All right. Thanks everybody for coming out this evening. Just a quick introduction. I'm Jared Cheney. I lead our technology services business for SoftwareONE for North America.
Hi, Nigel Sami. I am also data MVP for 8 years, and I also lead the data platform team for the US.
Great. So I'm going to tell you quickly what SoftwareONE does in our portfolio, and then we'll dive into the data center side. So technology services, we have a couple of different groups: Future Workplace, Future Data Center, and Security. And then in our SLM space, we've got some managed and professional services there in software lifecycle management. But under data center, we've got a few different things: cloud platform, our cloud management, cloud applications, and then the data and analytics. And so we're going to deep dive into a little bit of the data side today and talk about what we do. So one of the most common things that we deal with are folks who want to get their data workloads into the cloud. And often the most rapid way to do that is through a lift and shift. There's some clear advantages here. It's easier, you have a sort of a quicker turnaround time, and you can minimize the change impact to your organization. Some of those disadvantages, though, are around the access to new features, making sure that you're on the most recent version, making sure that your issues can be moved with your data, and then really pricing. And so one of the things that we like to call out is sometimes you're looking at that quick incentive to get into the cloud, but you're not actually thinking about kind of those long-term costs. So for instance, a specific data workload, we priced out moving to IaaS, and it's almost twice as expensive as running that in a PaaS environment. So when we look at data environments with our customers, one of the things that we're really keen to look at is really those insights. So we want to make sure that we understand the environment in its context and in the complexity that it has, and so that we can recommend really how we optimize that from a workload perspective, from a licensing and then technical perspective as well. And then we want to make sure that we really take into account the existing and future plans that we have for those workloads. And really the core thing to consider is that we don't know what we don't know, right? And you don't know what you don't know. So we want to make sure that we're having a full discussion, that we really dig in and take a look at. We have some samples that are a little probably hard to see from out there around what we present to a customer to make sure that we've baselined it properly, to make sure that we can then help them take that environment to the next level. So I'll turn some time over to Nigel now.
All right. Hello, everyone. This is going to be a little different. I am not here to sell you a service. What I'm actually here to do is explain to you how you can actually do the same thing we do, right? Basically for your customers or even internally. So what we do in the customer environment insights is we start off with a customer discussion, right? We want to understand the customer reason for migration, because that actually is very important when it comes to deciding on what method and what solution you want to use, right? We also want to get the current data environment. Working with lots of customers, it sounds weird, but they actually don't know the environment pretty well. And the reason being is sometimes they inherit it from someone else, or sometimes they don't understand the internal workings of everything, right? Which is understandable because you can't know everything. Then you also want to understand where they're going. What do they have planned? Because if you're going to give them a solution, you need to cater for what their plan is going to be, right? And the last thing, which is my favorite thing, the time frame, which is always yesterday or last month, right? Because everybody wants something now and immediate. So with that information, we then move on to the data collection part, right? Now, if we're looking at upgrading, and just to be clear, our process, we have our tools, but what I did for you guys is highlight some tools that's available that you could download, or some of you could actually purchase to do it yourself if you want to do it. So if you're looking at upgrading, DMA, which is Microsoft Data Migration Assistant, helps you understand some issues you have when you're trying to migrate. It also calls out some processes you could use to get to that point. I have DBA listed here because sometimes your database administrator is probably one of the best tools people hardly use. Then asset management is very necessary as well. As I said, if you don't know your environment, then you don't know what to move, right? So some of the tools we talk about, Map Toolkit, Snow, Flexera, helps you understand that. Now, the third point I'm going to highlight is licensing information. I highlight this now and I'm going to highlight it later. Cost is always important. If you don't understand the cost and you're trying to move to the cloud, no matter how great your solution is, you're going to have problems later on because the customer will not be satisfied. Your boss will not be satisfied, right? Cost is very important. So understanding your licensing situation is important. Understanding what it's going to cost with the solution you choose is also important. Performance information. People take this for granted, right? Performance does not only affect how your product works, it also affects your price point. If you look at databases in the past, most times people's solution for performance improvement is actually buying hardware. So sometimes you inherit a system with a big hardware setup, but the truth is you didn't need it. It was because they had performance issues and they just threw a set of drives, this memory, new server, and truth is it's just overkill. So you're looking to move to the cloud with a 16-core machine, when the truth is all you need is a 4-core machine and an optimized database, right? Last thing, technical discussions with customer. It's always good to know what they want to do and how they want to do it, but you also want to know some details such as SLAs, so you know what kind of service they want, features that they plan to use. So they might not be using some features now, but they want to use it later on. You want to understand that. And then, of course, how data is used and accessed. So this set of data collected is very useful for deciding what solution you want to do and how you want to do it. Right? And the last part is the assessment and solutions. So first of all, we talk about not knowing what you don't know, right? So if you don't know the solutions available, you can't help a customer migrate. So you have to keep up with what's going on with the cloud. That's part of your job. That's part of our job. We have to know what's new. We have to know what's changing. We have to know what new services come in, what new price point is coming. Those things are factors. Consolidation. Lots of people move to the cloud and forget about consolidation. Truth is, consolidation helps with licensing costs, but it also helps with reducing your management, right? Downgrade or upgrading edition. So based on your features, you might want to go to enterprise because you're wanting to leverage enterprise features. But there's some scenarios where a vendor say, hey, buy a license because you know what? We want enterprise. But then when you look at it, they're not using enterprise features. So when you're looking at price point, you could actually cut some of your costs by downgrading from enterprise to standard, right? Version specific. So based on what feature you're looking at, or also what you actually use right now, like data types, for example, some things you can upgrade to, and then some things you can't move past. So based on what exists in your environment, also where you're looking to go, you might want to go 2019, for example, but truth is, right now, based on your vendor requirements, the most you could go is 2016. So it's very important to know that. Archiving your data. Another flaw with most people migrating to the cloud. They forget that there's data that they are not using. If you're not using it, why store it, right? If you're not going to be doing queries on it, then don't store it. Archive the data, then move what you need across to the cloud. I mentioned about performance tuning already, very important. And Jared mentioned the fact that if you have problems in the environment, when you migrate it, you migrate those. So it's important to troubleshoot those things. I like to tell people that what they take for granted is the fact that SQL Server is like a European car, right? It has problems, but it keeps running. And only when you do a scan, then you realize what's wrong with it, right? But when it's broken, it costs you a lot of money to fix, right? So it's very important to figure out what's going wrong, right? And the troubleshooting part, I like to say SQL Server has a diary where it writes in. So it looks like a big macho tool, and then behind the scenes it's crying and having problems, and it's writing its issues in a diary, right? This diary is called DMVs or DMFs, right? Dynamic Management Views or Dynamic Management Functions. This helps you understand what's wrong with your server and how to fix it. So troubleshooting is important. And the last point is phase deployment. So when you start a project, every customer starting this project says, you know what, this is high priority, I need enterprise, this SLA is going to be X amount. And then as years pass, you find that this high priority project is no longer high priority. You find enterprise features no longer necessary, and the SLA has dropped, right? So you want to review how important those services are, and then you want to go with the lowest tier services first to deploy, right? Then your second tier, and then your first tier. So you want to do phase deployments. But you also want to do phase deployments to make sure that you don't miss any system or any application that is dependent on the data. So when you're doing this phase solution, if you run into problems, you have more time to fix it because it's your lower level tier that you're dealing with first. It will teach you lessons, so when you're ready for your first tier applications, you know what to consider, what to cater for, what to look for. Make sense? Great. All right, so this is the main thing, right? The lessons learned. As I mentioned, we had lots of customers, and we learned a lot of stuff in between there. So the first thing is cost always matter. No matter how good your solution is, and no matter how good your service is, the thing is, if your cost impacts the business, people are going to feel like the cloud is not the way to go. So you might get away with doing this one job per customer or getting your company to go with this one solution to the cloud, but after a while, if the cost is too much, they're going to say, this makes no sense. And all the work you did to try to convince them is going to take longer to get them back onto the cloud, right? So you definitely want to consider cost before anything. External scripts or process. So you run a scan on your environment, you capture information, but one thing you can't find if there's external scripts or any process extra that wasn't there, right? So for example, I have customers who run a batch file or they run a SQL script, right? You won't find that in a scan. You have to ask the customer, do they have that? So when you ask them about the process, they then tell you, hey, you know what? We have a maintenance plan that we run and we capture this information. That's important to note, so when you're testing, you want to do that. Data usage of the other applications, like reporting services or other applications. As I said, if you don't know what's consuming the data, right, you could make a mistake when you're trying to migrate the data. So you want the whole picture before you start migrating. The other two, more or less the same, which is the vendor impact and the database is crucial. The thing is, if you don't understand your application, chances are it's because it's a vendor application, right? So you have to work with the vendor to understand what their limitations are. If you don't understand their limitations, it's going to be difficult to migrate, right? We deal with these things what we call vendor hostage, right? Where your vendor basically says, hey, you can't upgrade. And we try to help customers get out of that situation because chances are the vendor just didn't test or it's not important for him to upgrade. So we try to ask the hard questions like, hey, why can't he upgrade to this version? What about this feature he's using? Does he really need this feature? Does he really need this solution? And we get them out of that vendor hostage situation, right? And that's where experience with database is also very crucial, right? Because once you understand features and processes, you know a vendor said use enterprise because of this feature. Compression, right? What is compression being used for? Is it really critical to the application or is it just critical for the maintenance? And I'm okay with not having compression. If I'm okay with not having compression, then I remove it and I can save a lot of money. Instead of going enterprise, I go standard, right? So this two, vendor impact and having their database knowledge is very useful for minimizing the cost as well. And then the other thing is, don't try to find one solution for an entire environment. Sometimes you want to mix and match, right? So you want to do something like IaaS for some solutions, and then you want to use PaaS for some solutions. Or sometimes, you know what? Sometimes on-premise might actually be cheaper in a situation. Who knows, right? But you want to be real with yourself about what is your best solution and find a way to not just pick one solution for everything. Right?
So, you know, one of the things that that we've been trying to touch on is making sure that you understand there's a lot of criteria you want to evaluate when you're looking at your data workloads and where to move them, how to move them to the cloud most effectively. You know, one of the things that we like to do is also help our customers really understand what they can do for themselves, and then when you should bring in a partner. And you know, we're happy to go in as much depth with anyone as they would like to when we take a look at those data workloads that they're really trying to move. So just to give a bit of a shameless plug, we're over at 1413, booth 1413, if you want to come stop in and say hi. but we're happy to take a few questions with Nigel here, one of our experts in data platforms.
Yeah. And if no questions, because big crowd here today. If anything, and you all want to come across to the booth for a deep dive, we have some experts, not only in SQL, so I'm expert in data. We also have guys who are experts in Office 365. Aaron, raise your hand. Right? And we also have some Azure experts as well. So feel free to pass by the booth, have a discussion with anyone. We have the Meet the Expert session. So if you have questions, you can come and do a one-on-one. Right? I hope this was useful information to you all. Yes? Great. Thank you.